As we roll towards the end of the year, dozens of SUVs have been either refreshed, fully redesigned, or even revealed as brand new models. And even though the competition is fierce, some of them just end up not stacking up against the best, and some exceed standards of most buyers. In this video, we will give the award of the best 5 SUVs on cars for the year of 2019. Overall best SUV, the 2020 Kia Telluride. The Kia Telluride's achievement as the winner of this year's SUV of the Year award was inevitable. It has been a long time coming for a company that was founded in 1944 and for decades has lived with the backhanded compliment of building cheap and cheerful transportation for buyers on a budget. But this award is a deserved recognition that today's Korean's auto industry has evolved to possess the skill and talent to design, engineer, and manufacture world-class vehicles. Manufactured in West Point, Georgia, the Telluride is a Kia built in America for Americans, a comfortable and roomy 3-row SUV that's perfectly pitched at the heart of a highly competitive segment that includes products from Chevy, Dodge, and Ford, as well as Honda, Toyota, Nissan, Mazda, and Volkswagen. As expected of a Kia, the Telluride is a terrific value, offering lavish levels of standard equipment even in the $32,000 800 base model. And when you load that up to the SX trim level, it absolutely deflates its mass market competition. But value is only one element of what makes it a winner. It's also the way it looks, the way it drives, and the way it effortlessly copes with the modern American family's needs. The Telluride is the largest SUV yet from Kia, measuring at 2.8 inches longer overall than its Borrego predecessor, with a 0.2-inch longer wheelbase. But it wears its size well thanks to exterior styling that is both confident and sophisticated. The large grille makes a statement without being overbearing, and the headlights have been pulled back from the corners to visually reduce the front overhang. It looks substantial, but is also friendly and approachable. The greenhouse is subtly sporty, amplifying the slight rake to the D-pillar without compromising practicality. The rear graphic, bracketed by comma-like taillights, is strong and distinctive. Even the base LX model gets jewelry such as contrasting silver panels at the lower edges of the front and rear fascias, and the bright work around the greenhouse and at the base of the doors. The interior is just as confident and sophisticated as the exterior. Again, even the base LX trim's interior looks well equipped and well finished. As for the range-topping SX, you will be looking around the cabin and reminding yourself that this SUV costs only $47,000. And not only it looks good, but is also practical and usable. Although the third row is for teenagers, adults will fit, and smartly located seat fold buttons and grab handles to get in and out of the rear doors offer better functionality than the comparably sized Mercedes and BMW SUVs. Then there is the detail stuff, like both second and third rows getting their own USB ports to keep all the family's devices happily charged and functioning. All Telluride models come with an impressive complement of passive and active safety features, with technology such as active cruise control, lane keep and assist, a forward collision alert system that also recognizes pedestrians, rear cross traffic alerts, and torque vectoring as standard even on the base LX. Although the V6 engine could use a little more than 262 pound-feet of torque in the 4,400 pound SX all-wheel drive model, the fully loaded Telluride is still quicker to 60 miles per hour and over the quarter mile than an entry-level Mercedes-Benz GLE 350 4MATIC, which costs $10,000 more without options. What's more, the Telluride also comfortably punches above its price point in terms of ride, refinement, and low noise levels. And while most behemoth SUVs must sacrifice steering and handling for comfort, it drives so much smaller than it is and feels like a good 2-row crossover, with crisp turning and feel for the segment, excellent ride quality, and great body control. Its suspension is just a tad bouncy, but gusting crosswinds hardly faze the Telluride when driving at high speeds. The base model is a terrific value as a family vehicle, but so is upgrading to the $42,000 600 Telluride SX. Standard equipment includes 20-inch wheels, a thunderous Harman Kardon surround sound audio system, dual sunroofs, and a 12-way adjustable driver's seat with memory. Smartly styled, loaded with standard equipment, roomy and pleasant to drive, and to cap it all, an astonishingly good value. The 2020 Kia Telluride is one of the most compelling family SUVs on the market today. The 2020 Range Rover SV Autobiography long wheelbase. Arguably the definitive big luxury SUV, frequently imitated but rarely bettered or even equaled, the Range Rover has been around since the early 70s, and even though that means it's only a couple of years shy of its 50th birthday, the Range Rover is still only in its 4th generation. Nowadays, it doesn't just compete with other big SUVs, but conventional luxury saloons like the Mercedes S-Class, BMW 7 Series, and Audi A8. It has to rival those cars on every level, which is why the new car offers high levels of luxury and cleverer tech than we've seen from JLR. For the facelift, it's added the dual touchscreen infotainment setup as debuted in the Range Rover Velar, pixel headlamps with 144 LEDs and 4 laser diode each for more than 500-meter visibility, and much more. It also delivers a new seat design, adjustable up to 24 ways, making it more comfortable than ever in the front. and that the executive class seating option for the rear seat passengers gives the impression of a luxurious wraparound lounge-like interior. It's not just packed with plush materials, you also get a decent serving of high-tech kit. 3 infotainment displays come as standard, one on the dashboard, a second below the center console, and a third which replaces conventional analog dial. The dashboard-mounted display is easy to use and comes with sat-nav as standard, while the lower screen deals with the Range Rover's climate control functions. Sadly, it's not quite as intuitive to use as the physical dials you get in most alternatives. Unlike the standard Range Rover, SV Autobiography models come with just 2 rear seats. These come with as much adjustment as those in the front and enough legroom to rival a first-class flight. The Range Rover's boxy body means there is boatloads of headroom too, and its large rear doors mean you won't have to stoop down to climb in. You probably won't be filling the Range Rover's SV Autobiography's boot with large items of furniture very often, but even if you do, the 565 horsepower V8 engine will have no problem pulling you and it around at considerable speed, dispatching 0 to 62 miles per hour in just 5.4 seconds, and it won't run out of steam until you hit a whopping 155 miles per hour. Overall, the Range Rover SV Autobiography makes a good high-class SUV that's certainly worth a look if you occasionally head off-road but don't want to compromise on luxury. The 2020 BMW X5. The X5 is now in its 4th generation, which in 1999 was BMW's first SUV that sought the right mix of on-road dynamics and off-road capability. With this edition, BMW has delivered a 5-passenger SUV designed to thrill on any surface. The X5 is fun to toss around the handling course, which translates to the real world. The turbocharged V8 sounds as good as it goes, even if it is but a half second faster to 60 miles per hour than the base turbo inline-6 model. There are gobs of power at nearly any RPM, and it pairs well with an 8-speed automatic transmission that fires off quick smart shifts. But this model also costs $92,600, almost $20,000 more than the smooth and powerful inline-6 with its squeezed downshifts. Many praised the stiff but responsive suspension being precise and crisp, and the superb chassis with sublime or rough and cracked pavement. Add responsive rear steering, a gem of an engine, and the right transmission, and it's comfortable when you need it to be and sporty when you want it to be. The 2019 Porsche Panamera. The Porsche Panamera isn't just a good car, it's an outstanding one. While competition is tight in the super luxury car class, this Porsche's exceptional performance leads the pack. From its base 330 horsepower V6 to its range-topping 680 horsepower plug-in hybrid powertrain, there are no dull engine options for the Panamera. That power is put to good use too, as handling is responsive and the ride quality is serene. Additionally, the cabin boasts luxurious materials, sumptuous seating for 4, and sleek styling. Porsche strays from its classic sports car styling, crafting a space that is modern and minimalistic. Highlights include a button-free center stack and a series of display screens that boast crisp graphics. In addition to traditional upgrades like Alcantara and carbon fiber, unusual options such as exotic wood inlays are available. Porsche sets the standard for high-performance powertrains. Any of its available engines will reward you with breathtaking acceleration and a satisfying exhaust note. Base Panamera models get a 330 horsepower V6 engine that goes from 0 to 60 miles per hour in as little as 5.2 seconds. From there, power outputs only go up while sprint times shrink. At the peak is the Panamera Turbo SE Hybrid, its twin-turbocharged V8 engine and an electric motor with a combined of 680 horsepower rating, and it can sprint from 0 to 60 miles per hour in 3.4 seconds when outfitted with the optional Sport Chrono package. All engines come with an 8-speed dual-clutch automatic transmission that's exceptionally refined. The 2019 Audi A8. The Audi A8 is a flagship sedan in a shrinking segment, but it knows how to treat its declining cohort of customers right. Audi is known for its sharp, tech-forward interiors, and this elegant cabin doesn't disappoint. The A8 has a mix of rich and soft materials, open-pore wood, glossy trim, black perforated leather seats, and Alcantara in the doors and the headliner, all beautifully finished. Wood panels slide up dramatically to reveal the hidden air vents, and the steering wheel squares off at the bottom with a place to rest your thumb on a long drive. On the telematics side, surround view camera images and graphics are crisp, and Google Earth pictures in the virtual cockpit screens are stunning. The infotainment system doesn't bury controls deep into menus. It has wireless charging, and occupied USB ports and power outlets alert you if you've forgotten a device when you exit the vehicle. The back seats are just as good as the front. They can recline and offer a myriad of controls, like body massage, fancy screens, and a DVD changer. Everything you touch and interact with oozes quality. The 335 horsepower, 369 pound-feet of torque from the 3.0-liter turbocharged V6 is adequate, with a mild hybrid system ironing out the power band. It comes well paired with an 8-speed automatic transmission, effortlessly accelerating to 120 miles per hour with barely a peep from the engine. Once at speed, it feels like it's cruising in a boulevard. but this is a car that weighs almost 5,000 pounds. So, what do you think of this list? Let me know in the comment section below. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the bell icon for the latest notifications on car reviews and news. Take care, and see you in the next one.